IS484 and 584. I'm Professor Fahmi Jalani. Today we will continue the topic on financial accounting. So we describe the key component of account payable processing in SAP S4HANA, and hopefully after the topic you have a better understanding of account payable process and be able to differentiate between general ledger and sub ledger account. So payable accounting is a subset of the accounting process or the procurement process. So its role is to make sure that the vendor is properly paid for the goods and services that be received by the firm. So in the process, the goods has been received, the invoice has been received, and then payment has to be made. So the goal of the account payable is to document the goods and services received during the procurement process and issue the vendor to the bank account. This is basically the payment. The inventory and bank account are part of the general ledger. The individual vendor account are not. The associate reconciliation account the reconciliation account and the vendor account is established in definition of vendor master record. Reconciliation account can only reflect the changes made. And the goods received invoice or invoice received exists in account payable to help the automation of the payment process. It allows the integration of two asynchronous steps in the process while still be flexible for normal variation. So over here we see the three main activity in procurement: posting the value of the inventory value, Step 2 is posting the invoice on the vendor, and step 3 is posting the payment to the vendor. So next we'll take a look at account receivable. So then the topic, hopefully you have understanding of the account payable process and the difference between general ledger and sub-ledger account. Account receivable is basically part of the fulfillment process. So payment are processed properly. So in order to track money owned by the customer, each customer is shown as a different unique number, and they are associated with reconciliation account, which are used to show the total account receivable, and they are posted in the sub-ledger account. So there are 3 steps in account receivable. Step 1 is relieving inventory during shipping. Step 2, the creation of invoice at billing. Step 3, receiving payment from customer. So essentially, account receivable is one of the backbone where the companies will make profit from this system, and it has to be tracked properly. Other than account payable, where goods and services are being made to the customer. And having worked in my experience, and account payable is quite a large task where most of the process or the purchasing process is funneled into the account payable, and without any proper goods received or with the invoice, companies will not be able to make payment immediately. So there is a need for a proper check and balance in account payable as compared to account receivable, where invoice are being sent out to customer for the services and goods that been sold to them, and it's much more direct. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the class today. If you have any question for the topic, please email me or schedule an appointment in my office. Thanks. Bye bye. Stay safe.